Why are you alive? Why are you alive? That's how Chapter 1 of Engaging Voices begins. Kate is on her way to Smithfield Maximum Security Prison to lead a class in, of all things, philosophy. Her older brother, Ned, a political activist, has been leading the class there for some time, but he hurt his back doing yoga and can't make it. So she is taking his place. She walks into the dark and forbidding area. The warden comes out and condescends to her. Doesn't make any difference what people think about the meaning of life, does it? He says. Just don't get too close to them. As she enters the dark basement room, big guard, a huge prison official, tells her, "You see, the chairs are bolted to the floor. Sometimes the brothers get, let's say, a little heated in their discussions, so we don't want them smashing themselves over the head with them when they disagree." Then the prisoners come in. They're an interesting lot. Each one is sure they know what the meaning of life is, why they are alive. Raoul is a crack dealer, small-time crack dealer. He had a habit, and he tells everybody that really the meaning of life is just pleasure, getting some Colt 45, some rock, and a woman. But secretly, he's kind of glad he's in prison, because he knows he couldn't control his habit, and just living for the pleasure it gave him would have killed him. David and Jamal both think that Raoul is going to hell in a handbasket. They're religious fundamentalists. David had been a crooked car dealer, cheated on his wife. He had a long illness, and after he survived it, he turned to God, to Jesus. Why is he inside? Kate finds out, to her shock, that he killed an abortion doctor. Jamal's grew up poor in a black neighborhood in Chicago, sick of what he thought Christianity meant as just shut up and take it from white oppression. He became a black Muslim. When his brother was killed from bad drugs, he took out the drug dealer. Charles thinks David and Jamal are crazy. Lunatic religious fundamentalism, primitive, trying to shove their ideas on everybody else. Charles knows what's right. He believes in capitalism, the free market, money, everybody doing their own thing. Why is he inside? He was part of something like Enron, white-collar fraud, cost thousands of people their pensions, brought down a big company. He's sure that capitalism is the best, but he too has his secrets. He wonders how things could have gotten so bad, how he could have lied, how he could have been so dishonest. Arthur is in jail because he had a violent encounter when he was a teenager. The only way he learned how to deal with his temper was by studying Buddhism with people who came to the prison to teach meditation. He believes in quiet, in peacefulness, in self-knowledge. After he's finished talking, Richard jumps up and starts shouting at them all. "Are you crazy?" says Richard, who's an environmental activist. Some people might say a fanatic. He's in jail because he destroyed some bulldozers trying to protect some land. Only the environmental crisis matters. Everything else is a joke. Think your religions can outlast the earth? He asked the religious types. Think capitalism is going to protect your granddaughter when climate change has ruined her future? He asked. So on and on they go, each one certain, nobody into listening to anybody else, sometimes threatening, sometimes cutting, always blind to the other person's point of view. Kate wonders if the bigger prison is not the walls, but what they carry around inside their heads, and how much of what they carry around inside their heads is a defense against their own fear and insecurity. But on the way out, she starts to wonder something else. Is she really any more open than they are? She with her feminism and her liberalism and her love of nature? Isn't she just as closed in her way as they are in theirs? And then at the end, there are the prison guards. One of them thinks, oh, if these people had families, they wouldn't worry about this other stuff. And the other one, tired, old, would have killed for a cup of coffee. He hopes to God that the pills the psychiatrists are going to give him will help him with his depression. Otherwise, he wonders, what's the point in being alive?